Hi, fifth graders. I'm Tran, and this is lesson 6. In today's lesson, we're going to be going over multi-digit division word problems, powers of 10, and exponents. So for the first page, we're going to be dividing numbers. They're three-digit numbers by a one-digit number, and I'll be doing number 1 and number 5 as an example. So when we're dividing numbers, we set it up by putting the first number inside this box, and then we put the second number outside the box. Now we divide from left to right. And so first we have 1 divided by 8, which is not possible. So we're just going to put a 0 here as a placeholder. Now we do 18 divided by 8, and 8 can go into 18 two times. And we do 2 times 8, which is 16. And now we subtract 18 minus 16, which is 2. Now we have 2 divided by 8, which isn't possible. So we need to bring this 4 down. And now we can do 24 divided by 8, which equals 3. To make sure that we're done, we multiply 3 times 8, which also gives us 24. And 24 minus 24 equals 0, which means we have no more remainders. So for number 1, our answer will be 23. For number 2, we have 234 divided by 3. So first, we can't do 2 divided by 3 because 3 is larger than 2. So we're going to put a 0 as a placeholder once again. Now we can do 23 divided by 3, and 3 goes into 23 7 times, and 7 times 3 is 21. So now we're going to subtract the two numbers, so 23 minus 21 equals 2. We cannot do 2 divided by 3 because 3 is greater than 2, so we need to bring up down this 4 once again. And now we have 24 divided by 3, which equals 8. 8 times 3 is 24, and so now we can subtract these numbers. 24 minus 24 is 0, which means that we don't have a remainder anymore. So for number 5, our answer would be 78. For the second page, we're doing multi-digit division word problems. For number 1, it says there are 98 chairs set up in the gym for an assembly. After the assembly, all the chairs will be put away on racks to hold 7 chairs. How many racks are needed? So we have the number 98 chairs and 7 chairs. And each rack holds 7 chairs, so that's how we know we're dividing. So we're going to be doing 98 divided by 7. 7 can go into 9 one time, so we can put a 1 here. And 1 times 7 is 7, so we're going to subtract that, which gives us 2. Now we can't do 2 divided by 7 because 7 is greater than 2, so we're going to bring down this 8. Now we have 27 minus 28 divided by 7, which gives us 4. We need to multiply 4 times 7, which to make sure that our answer is correct, and 4 times 7 is also 28. So we can subtract these numbers and we get 0, which means that we no longer have a remainder. Now we can answer this problem, which is 14, but we also need to remember to label. And in this question is asking how many racks are needed. So for number 1, our answer will be 14 racks. For the third page, we're doing powers of 10 and we're evaluating. So I'm going to be doing numbers 1, 3, and 7 as an example. Number 1, we have 10 to the power of 2. When we're doing powers of 10, we look at the exponent and we see what number it is because that's the number of zeros that the number will have. So in number 1, our exponent is 2, which means we're going to have 2 zeros. So we're going to put the 1 here and add 2 zeros because the exponent is 2. This gives us a number of 100, so our answer for number 1 which is 10 to the power of 2, is 100. For number 3, we have 10 to the power of 0. Normally, we would look at the number of zeros, but since the power is 0, we automatically know that it is 1 because anything to the power, I'll write this down. Anything to the power of 0 is 1. This can be applied to any other number such as 37 to the power of 0, which will also become 1. Now we have, for number 7, we have 0.4 times 10 to the power of 8. So we have the number 0.4, and we're going to see what the exponent is, which is 8. That means that we're moving the decimal place to the right 8 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we need to write in zeros to fill up for as placeholders. So we're gonna do 1 0, 2 0, 3 zeros, and so on until we get 7 zeros in order to fill out all the place values. This is gonna be our final answer for 7. So for number 7, our answer is 40 million. For the last page, we're gonna be doing normal exponents. So I'm gonna be doing numbers 1, 3, and 7 as an example. When we have 3 to the power of 3, that's also another way of writing 3 times 3 times 3. So now that we've broken it up, we can do 3 times 3 first, which gives us 9. And we can do 9 times 3, which gives us 27. So for number 1, our answer will be 27. For number 3, we see that we have a power to 0, and we know that anything to the power of 0 is 1. So for number 3, our answer is just going to be 1. Lastly, for number 7, we have 8 to the power of 2, which is another way of writing 8 times 8. We can just multiply 8 by 8, which gives us 64. So for number 7, our final answer is 64.